Hello everybody. Today I would be showing how to solve this integration problem, that is to find the integration of e to the power ax into cos bx plus c d of x, cos b of bx plus c of d of x. So in this question, if we see that we can't substitute anything, if we have to substitute, it would not work out and it would simply become more and more complex. So we would simply apply here the Eilert rule, that is integration by parts. So integration by parts, by applying the Eilert rule, we see that here it is e to the power ax into cos b of x plus c. So we see that in a trigonometric function comes before the exponential function. So first function would be cos b of x plus c, then cos b of x plus c, and second function would be e to the power a of x. Then by applying the rule, we would get cos b of x plus c into the derivative of e to the power ax, sorry, the integration of e to the power ax, that would simply come e to the power a of x by a, plus means it is simply minus, but after doing the derivative of cos b of x plus c, it would become a minus of sine b of x plus c. So the minus would come out of the integration and it would become plus. So here a plus of sine b of x plus c into, and b of x plus c's derivative would become simply b, and again integration of e to the power a of x, it would become e to the power a of x divided by a and whole d of x. So in the second part, what we would do, cos b of x plus c into e to the power ax divided by a, plus of means b and a are constant, so we can simply means transfer it outside of the integration. It would become b by a, integration of sine b of x plus c e to the power a of x plus d of x. So we can assume this integration whole as 1, and we see that this thing means this integration is also complex form. So again we would integrate this with the help of Eilert rule, that is integration by parts. Okay, so in this situation also, the sine bx plus c would become first and e to the power a of x would become second. So by using the integration by parts, we would get sine b of x plus c, then e to the power a of x integration, that would become e to the power a of x divided by a, minus of sine b of x plus c derivative, that would simply become cos b of x plus c into bx plus c and derivative, that is b, into a to the power a of x integration, that is a to the power a of x divided by a whole d of x. Now what we see here, that and this integration is I dash, means this integration I have assumed as I dash. So here what we see, that this whole thing, integration of cos b of x plus c into a to the power a of x into a to the power a of x, because b and a would simply come outside, it's constant, that's why. So we see that this whole thing again is the same integration which we had got to find. So because of that, we can assume this as simply as I here. So I dash is equal to sine b of x plus c into a to the power a of x divided by whole a minus b by a of I, means this whole thing has become I. So we can assume I dash this equation as 2. Now what we have to do, we can simply putting 2 in 1, that is I dash in I, what we have assumed. So I would become cos b of x plus c into a to the power a of x divided by a, plus of b by a square, that is we got here this thing, right? So by multiplying this thing into b by a, so what it would become, it would simply become that b by a square sine of b of x plus c into a to the power a of x minus b square by a square I. So we know that this are I, so we can transfer this I to LHS. It would become I plus b square by a square I is equal to cos these all thing would become the same as previous. And now we can take I as common, I taking common, 1 plus b square by a square is equal to this same thing. And after that, what we can do, after taking the LCM, it would become a square by b square divided by whole a square. So we can transfer this in the denominator side of this whole thing. So it would become I is equal to a square by a square plus b square into cos b of x plus c into a to the power a of x divided by a plus b by a square sine b of x plus c into a to the power ax. Now this whole thing has become the answer. Now in this thing we can see that we can take a common. Yes, we can take a common, we can take e to the power a of x as common. So we can take, or we can simply just put this as the solution, and after taking the a, if you want, you can cancel the a here, so it would become a by a square plus b square into e to the power a of x whole bracket cos b of x plus c plus of b into sine b of x plus c. So that would become simply answer. So it was not a tough question, but the thing is that a bit of complex calculations is there, so you should check that there is no mistake in the calculation, and also putting the values, and which is like b and a are the constants, so you have to identify those simple tricks. So this was a good question. So see you in the next video. Bye.